could be you too.
We good? Okay. So we're going to get right back into the show. Can I get some energy? Can I get some clap, 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 clap? Bring it back to the stage. Your friend and mine, Miss LWOO. Go, girl. I got to get the DJ, man. We're going to have to give her some theme music. Come on, man. We are living a single. Come on, son. There's something to dance to. What? That's right.
My whole school feeling that, and them riding too. They got it on too. We are living, married and single. I mean, can you do that?
No.
Oh.
Don't disrespect time like that.
No, I'm married and single because at one time I was a single gal, and now I'm a married gal. Single and married, right? No, you don't do that. I just was trying to go with the song. So I'm really grateful that you guys have been having a great time. And I actually have another special guest for you. She's near and dear to my heart. As a matter of fact, if you notice, this is cold, okay? I didn't even see this at first. The branding you'll see here in this room. There's a lot of things that you'll notice that she has done. So without further ado, I would like to introduce to you all so you can get to know her like I know her, Natalie Rochelle! To have you, sis. And you look beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Why? Did we do this on purpose?
No, my brand colors are pink, so I have no choice.
No choice.
Yeah.
And see, the reason why I asked her that, y'all, is because we're AKAs. So our colors are pink and green.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
you know we gotta represent.
Always.
Okay. And thank you for what you've done, my sister. Thank you.
You're
This is
welcome.
beautiful. Well, Nat, tell us more about who you are. What do you do?
So my name is Natalie Rochelle. I'm a brand consultant, and I also have a non-for-profit organization called Business Babe Army that equips and prepares female entrepreneurs to maintain and grow their business. So what I do as far as for my media agency and our media is I work with clients to start their business, learn how to brand themselves, down from the logo, down to websites, business cards, as well as just starting a business that is actually profitable. And then with Business Babe Army, some of the things that we do monthly, which is where Lauren had met Ashley Nicole before, was a monthly series that we have called Sister Circle. And so the reason for the Sister Circle is to have an open discussion, and specifically for women of color, to talk about womanhood, entrepreneurship in order to build a sisterhood. So we have open discussions every month, every first Saturday in the month, talking about ways that we as women of color can become better women as well as entrepreneurs in the community that we're in. So that is pretty much who Natalie Rochelle is in a nutshell.
Yes. Can we give her a round of applause? So Nat, with you, clearly, with the branding, why is branding so important?
The reason why branding is so important, because when you look at the big names that we know now, it's not that we know them because of what they are. We don't know McDonald's because of the food. We know McDonald's because of the brand.
Yep.
We know it because we would see it all the time. We can't go probably 3-4 blocks without seeing a McDonald's in certain neighborhoods, especially urban. So the reason why branding is so important, especially if you have a business yourself, is because that is the guns and butter to why people would take interest into your brand. So when, like I said, when we look at the specific way that I always use this as an example, these two, because it is an amazing example and everybody should know them. But McDonald's and Burger King. McDonald's specifically has the golden arches. And so when we think about arches, we think of like heavenly things, happy things, which is why they have the Happy Meal. As well as, if you ever paid attention, which of course none of us probably was born at that time, I think when the very first McDonald's was open, the only thing they were putting on their burgers was ketchup and mustard, which is why their colors are red and yellow. So that plays into actually giving people a feel of why things are. They're paying into the happy experience, the happy feelings, and yellow is always a happy color. Yeah, always a happy color. And then the other one, like Burger King. Burger King colors are red, blue, and orange. And the reason why is because when Burger King first opened, they were charboiled. And so when you flip the flame on the stove, those are the colors that you see. So it plays on a psychological mindset of the consumer in order for them to want to buy with you or even want to partake in that today. So the reason why it's important is because that's really how people will get you to know about you, whether that's exposure or whether that's actually getting to buy sales from you. So it's all about how you look.
Yes. And you know, what about pink? I think you told me before.
Yeah, pink is very feminine. It's very flirty.
Regal.
Pink is always associated with women.
Yeah.
So which is why certain colors always plays on something. Blue is always calming and relaxing. All of those other different things, and most of it actually ties into how society plays on color. Mm-hmm. So the water is blue, so we associate blue with calmness because of how calm water can be for others. So, but pink specifically is always associated with women, always.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Isn't it?
It really is, you all. Like I told y'all, we love pink. We really, really love pink.
Yes.
Well, I also want to know, Nat, since you know so much about branding, you know how we have the candidate with the mayoral candidates going on, and with Lori Lightfoot and Tony Preckwinkle. In your opinion, who would you say is doing a good job of branding?
Well, who I would say is doing a good job of branding only because she has to. I would say is Lori Lightfoot. You already have Tony Preckwinkle, who's been in the city for years. And so we already know her name. We already know her. It wouldn't even matter to us if she changed her logo this time around. She already has developed the brand herself. So we know her based upon already being in the system. So with Lori Lightfoot, she has to up that ante because you're running up against someone who already has people ready at the door to accept her and put her in that office. So Lori has to make sure that she's, as the joke was earlier before with the host, is saying that we have to look good. We have to make sure that everything that we're doing when we're putting it out to the public is fresh, polished, and as well as what our brand identity and voice is. So I would actually say Lori Lightfoot, only because, like I said, she has no choice. We have to know who you are. And in order for us to know who you are, you have to put it in our faces consistently to let us know. And so I haven't necessarily, until recently, of course, heard anything negative about Lori Lightfoot, besides from right now, because, of course, they have to talk about some corruption or some mess that ever people are involved in to deter the vote. But so far, I think that she has done well. It's a very clean logo. It's associated with the Chicago flag that is already there. So most of the people who will be running have colors of red and blue, and they have stars, only because that's how the Chicago flag is. So I would say she's doing really, really good.
Mm-hmm. And now, going based off of knowing that, and I know this could be kind of personal, but who are you going to vote for?
Personally, I probably will not. And the only reason why I will not is because for me, personally, I'd rather have someone in there that I feel something personal with them to say, okay, this person is going to do well. Not this person is just going to do well in that position. I want them to do well for the community as a whole. Although majority of politics can only do so much, things get vetoed, things can get torn out. From both of the candidates that's standing for this, besides the fact, of course, yes, we are making history, but actually, what are you going to do for me? And I don't feel that from either one of them. So I did vote in the early primaries, of course, and I voted for Paul Vallis. And the only reason why I voted for Paul Vallis is because Paul Vallis used to be the CPS, I believe, director or so. And so he ran CPS on a tight ship. And on top of that, he was the only one at the mayoral candidate that I went to, I believe in November, that was giving positive and issues and touching on issues that would actually help. Some of the main things that's happening in the South Side is that our houses are being stripped from us. So what are we gonna do? Because we can't even renovate, we can't even take over because we're not in the zone or we're not a corporation. And so, of course, we can put so many other words out there that y'all need to stop doing this, whatever the case may be. But he was the only one that was stating in regards to what we need to do. If you have the money, you collaborating with other, all of us who are black investors need to get along together. And we need to take on to that, besides from trying to get with the other investors that do not look like us, because we're trying to chase money. The other issue is, of course, education. That's so important, especially me because I have a son. Although he's in Montessori school, still, he has to function under a charter school or a CPS school, whatever. And so Paul Vallis, coming from that understanding, knew the lapse in the black education. And so I felt, you know, as a Chicagoan, as a black individual, and for the community, that regardless, even if he ain't specifically for me, the resolutions you were giving me. So I personally really wanted Paul Vallis to win, but that's just me personally.
Right, I can understand that. And I also want to know, Nat, because we do have a lot of entrepreneurs in the building, and we've got people who work, you know, corporate America. What would you say are your top 3 branding tips?
My top 3 branding tips, although you should probably get my book because it's 20. Shameless plug. My book is 20 questions to ask yourself in order to build a brand identity. It's the beginner's guide to actually building a profitable brand. So my top 3 that I have for you all, besides you should go get the book, the top 3 is your logo. Off the top, you need to have a logo that is going to draw and pull in exactly what it is. And also play on your personality and your brand's voice. So the reason why the logo is important, because whenever somebody tries to figure out who you are, or like not if they're going to see your face first, they're going to see your logo. So the logo has to pull into anybody. If you see a raggedy logo, you're not going to want to deal with it. I don't trust it. If you see a cold, nice design logo, you're going to probably go for it, because that should give off a feel to you. The second part of the branding is actually your colors and how it's designed, and also your text. So colors are so important because, like I said, it plays on the psyche for the consumer. So Lauren has pink, Lauren has gold, Lauren has, that plays off her personality. So if I know that this is Lauren, I know that, you know, if I go to the LWOO Show or any other logo that I designed for her, which shameless plug, but they got the other logo on Ty's shirt. But if they go to any other logo and they see it, they're gonna get that feeling, okay, this might be ran by a woman, because it's glittery, it's gold, but at the same time it also has other elements into it. So the colors play so much, because when we're first born, especially as a female, we only supposed to have pink stuff. We only supposed to like pink, purple, all of those other girly stuff. So we think by color, you know, so the colors are so important. So if you're picking a brand, make sure that whatever your brand stands for, write down 5 adjectives of what you want your brand to stand for. Clean, sleek, nice, professional, whatever. Write those down. What colors coexist with that? The third one that I would say, which is probably kind of sort of would have been the first, but the third one that I would probably say is actually your name. I have seen so many people with terrible names for their business that has literally nothing to do with nothing. It was just some cute, you know, BB's bundles. You know, it's like you could have really did something. Like if I want to come and buy hair, which I'm bald head, but if I want to come and buy hair, I definitely am, honey. I cut my hair. So if I want to come buy hair, I want it to be luxurious. I want me to just come on, you know, just give me mermaid. So if that is the feeling that I want, BB bundles. Just saying BB bundles, it doesn't ring for me. Besides from like having, so you know, like, okay, I'm gonna throw something down here. Black Mermaid's luxury extensions. Like that just sounds different. You know, like it just sounds like, oh my God. So, you know, those things play very seriously to how we buy things. And those, like I said, maybe because I'm hungry, but the thing that Ray Kroc, the reason why he actually took McDonald's underneath the McDonald's family strip was because the name just sounds so glorified. He said, McDonald's. Nobody wants to shop at my last name is Noble. Why would you buy food from Noble? That's awkward.
I would buy it.
Would you buy food from Ward?
But see, I think about Barnes and Noble. But so that's why.
It's 2 names though. Barnes and Noble. I feel smart.
Yeah.
I feel
but
smart.
noble makes you feel. I don't know. I like
But
that.
food though, how we gonna sell food?
No, I
with
can't
that
associate.
sound?
No,
Right,
when I
like
think
I'm about to go buy this grapes from Nobles. Like that
Right.
sounds awkward.
Yeah.
But I'm about to go buy this from McDonald's. Oh, McDonald's. You know, like that just sounds. It rolls off the tongue and it's clean, like Portillo's.
Oh, girl.
Like cheese, just a beautiful
Italian
name. Yeah.
beef, mozzarella
Exactly.
cheese, dip, large fried cup
Exactly.
cheese on the
It sounds like it's something. Another restaurant my mom used to take us to is Berghoff's. Berghoff's is very, very expensive, but you have these strong names that gives off. Hopefully, at that time they were giving off some real beef. They're giving off a good quality of food with the good quality of a name. So.
Yes. And Nat, tell us now, how can we support you this year? What's coming up? Yeah, how can we support? What's your social media? How can we support you?
How you can support me, any female in here who is definitely looking for a sisterhood, a strong, tight niche of women who are entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs. I know a few have already attended, Brittany, Lauren, LWOO. Girl, same thing. Same woman. And then Ashley as well have attended the Sister Circle, and just the overall experience that I have been giving and getting and receiving and reviews from it has been amazing. So I want to continue to have that. So any woman that is wanting, Krista as well. Krista's running around. Any woman that is really wanting to be around, because having a community is so important. Yeah. So important. We can have men and women together, but women, we do need our time to heal and be with each other and grow and learn from each other as well. So the Sister Circle, the next Sister Circle will be April 6th. If you're interested in that, please just go to Eventbrite and put in the Sister Circle. I've already did my SEO and SEM marketing, so you can find me anywhere. Anyway, and then Business Babe Army is spelled BIZNESS, Babe regular way, Army regular way, and so that is what the social media is. And then something that's new that's coming up, although it's annual, is the CEO Boot Camp. Now this is the boot camp that I'm having for women to learn and actually grow and, like I said, maintain their business. So we're actually having Ashley, who will be doing a breakout session about how to legalize and trademark your business, which is extremely important, and a lot of people starting do not even know what that means. And we're also having someone that's coming from Atlanta. Her name is Hello Brianna. She's coming to teach on branding in a lifestyle brand, meaning like a blogger, a writer, TV show, anything like that. So that is new, and the tickets, the early birds are $20 for a conference that's 5 hours long and 3-day weekend. So please, that is a deal. And we're also looking for sponsors, because we also want to highlight other businesses, not just female businesses, but also any other community organizations, churches, anything like that, who are looking to help and assist female entrepreneurs grow and become the woman that they are today. So if anyone is interested in that as well, you can go to Eventbrite and you can put CEO Boot Camp into the search, and you will find it. Sponsorship is available there for you to purchase, as well as the tickets. For me personally, if you like me, thumbs cute, cool. My Instagram is the Natalie Rochelle. Daily, I give out free branding tips and information on how to grow your business, and also the ugly side of entrepreneurship, because it's not always glorified. Not always glorified. I'm a full-time entrepreneur with like 3 brands under my belt. It ain't pretty. If you want to find me, or you need help with your branding, a consultation to understand all of this for your business, my Instagram is the Natalie Rochelle, spelled with 2 E's because I'm extra. So it's THEE, Natalie Rochelle.
Thank you, sister. Thank you. Come round of applause, y'all. Thank you so much for coming on that. Yes. Y'all always be having me laughing.
What's that new LWOO song?
You talking about the one we did?
The one that I'm featuring.
Yeah, we're going to play that one next. We're going to play that next. I mean, I could do it a cappella. Well, you know, but somebody dropped that beat. You know how we used to do in high school. When somebody used to, come on, man, somebody dropped the beat on the table or something. Hey, yeah, I like that. Oh, I'm all about the community and bringing forth the oops. Give it to me again. Okay? I'm all about the community and bringing up the unity, and you will see.
That's ill.
And we can change the whole world, not with diamonds and pearls. Raise up boys, little girls.
That's ill.
And where it all started from the bottom of my heart, we can reach the top charts.
That's ill.
And if we all come together, we can change the whole world before it all fall apart. So I invest in my man, invest in my grind, invest in my shine. I reach the whole world with time. Have a conversation with me, see what's on my mind. Got the whole team doing real fine, no more wasting time. The world say we not equal, but my people understand there's only one life to live, no sequel. I want to tell your whole crew, woo new. Now you see what we do. That's right, LWOO. Yeah. That's the acapella version, y'all. And then we'll give y'all the beat for real. Well, we want to call up. It's kind of. Yeah, I guess I should say the fourth to the last guest, because I want to tell y'all the other thing that we got after our next guest. But she's really special to me. Another special person. Everybody that's been on this stage, everybody that's been up here today in this room. All of you are special to me. But our next guest, we've got a special treat for you. She's a little sister to me, a mentee, and I'm very grateful that I was introduced to her last year, I believe. So at this time, I want to introduce Jada Sharice. It's so good to have you. Oh, wonderful. Yes, yes.
Here we go.
Hey,
everybody.
Hey.
Yes. We are here.
Yes.
So, Jay, I could introduce you, but why don't you tell the people about yourself?
Sure. As LWOO stated, I am Jada Sharice. I am a published author as of the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago. Published author, yes. I am a published writer and editor. I write professional resumes and cover letters. I am a podcast host. They gave me the title of a relationship expert, so I'll take it. And most recently, I got a role to be in a play, so I'm just kind of all over the place. Yeah.
Well, very good, Jay. So tell me, who are some of the writers who have influenced you?
That is a good question, and a lot of people ask me that often, and I don't have an answer.
What?
I do not have an answer. So the thing is, I went to DePaul, right? We go to college and we do what we're supposed to do. You go, you graduate, you get that degree, you make your family happy. That's what's supposed to happen.
Right.
So I studied communication and media, and I was still trying to figure out what did I want to do. And it wasn't until after college where I realized that, okay, I think I like writing. So my best friend, Mariah, she told me, I think you should start a blog. Because I had got out of this relationship and, it was messy. I was in my healing process and I wanted to encourage other women. So I started posting on Facebook. I was writing notes in my phone. My phone started going out of storage. So I was just like, okay, she's right. Maybe I should start a blog. I was hesitant because when I was doing radio for DePaul, I didn't have any supporters really. A few people listen here and there. So with the blog, it's just like, do I want to start this? Will people listen? Will they read? And now I am almost at 5,000 visitors on my website, and to have a book, like what? It's crazy. Yes. So I really thank you. I really find courage to just write about my past. I reminisce about the past and I talk about unhealthy soul ties, because it's hard to get out of that. It's a process. And a lot of people don't know that they have to heal within, just like Brittany was talking about. You have to heal within because hurt people hurt people. So going from relationship to relationship, I had to realize that I wanted to rebound on myself. I didn't want to find happiness in someone else because I want to be happy alone. And anyone who adds to it is a bonus.
Yes.
So I write to encourage, to inspire, and I just talk about my stories. But I didn't have anyone who made me feel like I wanted to write, but just my supporters and women who share their testimonies with me. It keeps me going.
Very good. And I know you said that you didn't really have a specific writer, but if you had to choose maybe a favorite writer, somebody that you look at their blogs and you get inspired by, who would it be?
I would say Rupi. She's on Instagram and she's a poet, and I love her poetry books. So when I read her stories, I have come up with some of my own stories. So I would say Rupi. She's on Instagram. She's awesome, and she's a poet as well.
Well, how did you get into poetry?
Oh my goodness. So my first piece that people love is I Built Your Resume. And I Built Your Resume talks about you spend so much time and energy building a man, right? And then things don't go as planned or how you thought it was going to be. So then you sit there and you watch him apply for another woman. When you gave him the skills, you gave him the necessary, experience that he needed. So that piece there, I was sitting there and I was folding laundry and I was mad. But you soon realize that there's a blessing in the separation. Yes. So my writings, they change, And in my book, Brokenness That Made Me Whole, that's what I go through. I take you through 3 stages of love. So losing myself. So I Built Your Resume. I was upset when I wrote that. I talk about the roles that I played because I was hurt and how I hurt other people. And then section 2 is finding myself. I had to submit to God. I had to figure out who I was. I had to rebound on myself. And then that 3rd stage is choosing to love again. Because I met someone who was so perfect and he was everything I was praying for, but I couldn't give him all of me because pieces of me were scattered in my past. So I take you through those stages and show you how I was able to love again, the process that I had to go through and how I had to really submit to God and stop cheating him.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much is your book again?
My book is 15. Yes.
That's a good read.
I got a box, so.
Right. That's real. That's real. Well, also, Jay, what about love makes you giddy? Do you still get that tingly feeling? Because it's 2019.
Right.
And love, I feel like, looks a lot different than it might have looked in the past. And so I just want to know, what about love makes you giddy, and how does that look in 2019? How does love look in 2019?
Child. Even with the guy that I'm with now, people say, where's his brother? Where's his daddy? Because you don't see that often, And especially with us being so young, I'm 26 and he's 28. And my mom would tell you, all we do is, I love you. I love you too. I love you. Like, we really love each other. But we built that foundation. So I think a lot of people, especially millennials, they just doing things, moving how you want to move. You don't really have feelings or it's a lot that goes on, but you really have to build that foundation. And we were friends for 2 years before we became into a relationship. And then we also had God as our foundation when we were friends as well. But to see Black love, it is amazing, and I love it so much. Just love in general. Like, love always wins. When you happy and you love, just not even in a relationship, but within family and friends, like, it's so powerful. It's contagious.
It really is. It really is. And I can relate to you when you say that because, when I think about moments that I've had with my girlfriends or with my husband, with my parents, I feel the love.
Right.
And you keep coming back again and again and again. I could go through the audience and name every single person, a moment that I've had with them when I just feel like I feel love.
Right.
And that's why I keep coming back. So when the kickbacks happen, when you invite me out, I'm there. I'm there. And I know people be like, Dad, LWOO, does she ever sit down? But the reason why I'm always there is because when I come around, I feel love.
Right.
And when you feel love, it just makes you, it makes you feel good.
Right.
It makes you feel good.
Exactly.
Well, Jay, what is your favorite romantic comedy? Or like a movie or a TV show?
Yeah. I would say, I think it was Best Man 2, was it?
Best Man Holiday?
Yes, The Holiday. Yes. I love that.
The way that man loved his wife.
Yes. The way he loved her.
The way
how they came together, for the talent show that they had.
It was
just
so
beautiful to see.
That was so dope. And see, that's what I'm saying. See, first of all, what my friends don't know, and you know what, I've been waiting a long time to say this.
Y'all like that.
Yeah.
I hear y'all talking about it.
Y'all don't. First of all, everybody knows that I love to dance. And so we definitely, and Jay, you're going to have to get your guy as well. I'm just letting you know. Because we're going to do a talent show like that. Like what they did in the Best Man Holiday, y'all. So just know that after this is over, all of you guys are going to receive an email because we're going to have to make that happen. And I definitely want to put that on YouTube so it could go viral because that was dope.
It was.
That was super dope.
Yes.
And you felt that love. Like, you remember that part in the movie? And wait, has everybody seen Best Man Holiday? I don't want to reveal too much, but you remember that part in the movie when when she was getting into it, I think the two girls was getting into it, and she was about Monica. Well, I'm calling her by her real name, Monica Calhoun, but she was about to say something, and her husband like guarded her.
Right.
Like he was like, no. I'm like, oh. It was cold. It was cold, and I'm sure all of you all can relate. Cause raise your hand in there. Raise your hand in there if you feel loved. Hey. You feel loved. You know, like you said, all the time. So again, Jay, tell us now about dating outside of your race. Now, did you get to experience that before your guy? Or, you did? Yeah. And how was?
So I did date someone who was outside of my race, and around that time, I had just kind of came out with this piece called "Being Black in America." So I talk about the different experiences, how, you know, the drugs were put into our neighborhoods, you know, how the 3 strikes and you out, and just things that they do specifically to us, you know, the system that they have. So it was just like black, pro-black, you know. So then I started dating outside my race, you know. He was much lighter than me and whatnot. So I kind of felt like, well, do people think, you know, that I'm two-sided now? Because I got this piece, Being Black in America, and I'm upset with lighter people, and then I'm dating someone, you know. So it was kind of tricky. But what I found was I wanted to try it because I hadn't tried it. And it's not about, you know, different races. It's about the chemistry that you have with a person. I didn't have chemistry with him, you know, and that's what it is. It wasn't because he was white or it just, I didn't have that chemistry with him. We didn't have a foundation. It was okay to hang out, but I didn't feel like I want this every day. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, I definitely understand. And actually, I didn't even get a chance to date outside of my race. I did, because when I met young Ty, we were 19 and 20, as a matter of fact. When we were 18 and 19 because we met in 2008 at the Taste of Chicago.
Okay.
But then we became. We became girlfriend and boyfriend in 2009, and so when I met him, I just truly, because I thought that I would get an opportunity, but I never got that, because when I met young Ty, I definitely said, well, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. He was the one.
Yep, this is it.
That's it. Now, Jay, tell us, before we go, what can we expect from you in 2019?
Oh, man. I am still on this, like, high from when I released my book. It has been awesome, and y'all don't know this, but Lauren told me about the publishing company, and I contacted them, and he has been great. He's been awesome, and he published my book. So when I first released the book, I wasn't even going to release it the day that I did, but I did a book vending event, and it was just crazy. Things got out of hand. I was just like, you know what? I might as well just release this. There's no secret anymore, but I wanted it to be a reveal. So after that event, I was going to release it the next week, but I actually released it that night. And Dr. Woods told me, you know, whatever you doing, girl, just keep doing it, because you had 20 people order a hard copy. You had 10 Kindle downloads, and then you had 4 people download it in their iPhone. And I said, that's nobody but God. Yeah. Oh, it's just so amazing. And I've just been doing my thing, you know, waking up, doing exactly what I want to do. I quit my job in December, and I've had multiple streams of income. So shout out to that, y'all. It's real. Get y'all some multiple streams of income. It's really been helping. My boyfriend is really supportive. But just working on book number 2. You know, I want to stay in their face. You know, they loving me right now. I just got to keep coming with it. With my podcast, I really want to enhance my podcast and my discussions. I want to get some, you know, young people on that table with me so we can go back and forth. I like to talk about love and relationships. You know, that's what I'm categorized in. And, you know, there's players coming up, so you'll be seeing my face. You'll be seeing another book, and you'll be hearing my voice. I got a story to tell.
Yay!
Thank you.
And Jay, how can we follow you on social media? What's your name on social?
Yes, Jada Sharice, Jada, middle name Sharise. That's on Facebook, that's on Instagram as well, and then my website is jadasharice.com.
Very good. Yes! Yes! Thank you so much for coming on, Jay.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, you all. We will have my brother C. King back up, and then we've got the last Well, the last finale, you know what I mean. The finale is coming up next, okay?
I'm all about the community and bringing forth the unity, and you will see that's ill. And we can change the whole world now with diamonds and pearls. Raise up boys, little girls. That's ill. You see, that's where it all starts. From the bottom of my heart, we can reach the top charts. That's ill. And if we all come together, we can change the whole world before it all falls